We are heading to Whidbey Island. We're going to visit one of the state parks out there. Beautiful day for it. We're on the Suquamish. That's where we're heading, to Clinton. We're leaving Mukilteo.
The day's adventure was to explore South Whidbey State Park.
So here's a map of the state park, and there's a couple things I want to do. One of which we're going to aim for first is seeing this giant cedar. We're parked right here. We would do this whole loop, but part of this Whidbey Trail I read is closed. So we might be able to do the Fern Gully Trail. We'll see. This is how community comes together to save a forest.
They protested, founded a group called Save the Trees, and in the end the court ruled in their favor.
Just talked to somebody who had come off of this trail, and they said we could go to the left and still do the little loop, which brings us down to the ancient cedar we want to see. We just met the nicest person while we were out here in the state park. We were trying to find out where exactly the Whidbey Trail was closed, and this man and his wife walk out here all the time and absolutely love these trails. So he was able to tell us about where they were closed, what to look for, what they enjoy seeing most. And so we really got the inside scoop, and I'm really looking forward to seeing all these beautiful big trees. So the park on the other side, I couldn't figure out exactly when it was made a state park, but this part over here is protected old growth, and the community came together and actually stood right in front of the clear cutting crews to protect the trees over here. And the old growth is so important here that they actually closed the campground part of the park rather than cutting down the old growth, which was causing potential hazards to the campers. Big root ball looks wild. Looks like a monster's head sticking up. And then the little other roots are like his arms. Raw. Talking about nurse logs. A lot of fallen trees right here. There's one covered with moss, already growing some stuff. It's a beautiful day for this. This would be nice on a summer day too, because it's all shady. It's very shady here. No water in this stream though. Oh, I take it back. It's hidden, but there's some right there. It goes underground. There's another big one. Let's see if I can get the dogs in front of it. Look how big that tree is you're next to. Dave's going to show you how big this Douglas fir is. There's a sign here talking about how it survived fire. It's thick bark. You can see that black on it. Wow. Some of these trees are estimated to be at 500 years old. And right next to it, you know, sort of, is this big one. Just huge. Like the grooves in the bark are just massive even. This is the portion that's closed. Okay, between Gaia, the park map, and two different people telling us slightly different things, we think we have it figured out. So we can't go quite the way we were hoping. So we've left the Whidbey Trail and we are heading up to the Ridgeline Trail now. This is a nice little trail. We're about 7/10 of a mile in, and We are getting a little further away from the road, so it's even more peaceful now. A lot of nice sunlight filtering through. These ferns are up to my shoulder, so these are sword ferns. It's like we're hiking through a sea of ferns here, wading through. That's pretty cool. And these are evergreen ferns. They stay green all year long, which is quite nice. I believe these yellow ones are bracken ferns, and you can see that they are not evergreen. They're all turning golden, dying off for the year. They're quite tall as well. Nice sunshine. Now into the shadows again. This is a really good little mini Northwest experience here. These are old skunk cabbage leaves. Oh, and these are deer fern. So these are starting to turn color too, and I'm not sure if they die all the way out, but you can see that the fronds that stick up straight are definitely turning color. There's this cluster of mushrooms here, which I've seen a lot like this, but look at the size. They're huge. They're very slimy. Ooh, so slimy. Here's the other side of that closed trail, which would have been a shorter cut to where we're going, but there's a bridge that they're replacing. Bridge maintenance, but we're gonna go this way. Still heading toward that ancient cedar. Okay, it's nice that they have it well marked, but this sign is superior. That is so cool. The cedar is 500 years old, right around there. So that was about 100 years before white settlers made the Plymouth colony on the East Coast. A little perspective there. And they nicely have it fenced off so that people don't compact the roots too bad. Which is really good. That's a huge fat cedar.
A little difficult to see the scale of this massive tree since the fence is a ways from it.
We've come in 1.5 miles to get to this giant cedar, and we are going back the way that we came. Since that other part of the loop is closed, then we'll check out more parts of this state park. We are now at the other parking lot. It's a much larger parking lot, and the trails here are shorter, but we are down by the beach, just past where the campground would have been if it wasn't closed. So we're right here. Oh, I should show you what we really did do. Hang on. So we got a lot of different input from a lot of different people. What we really ended up doing was we came in from the parking lot and we went along the Hobbit Trail, and it was closed this way. So then we went up along the Ridge Loop Trail and out around the Fern Gully Trail, and then down here to where the ancient cedar was, and then we just retraced our steps back. So then we drove from this parking lot to this parking lot, and I'm hoping to find the Hobbit Trail, and I'm hoping to get to the beach. Those are the last two things I want to check out here. So we might not actually get to the beach. Right now, the beach access is closed. But we'll go up here along the bluff and look at the beach. That's the last thing we'll do before we head out. But right now, we're going to try to find the Hobbit Trail. And it looks like it's about 2 loops back into the old campground area. Here's an old campsite. Going through the old campground, this would have probably been a campsite as well. Even more overgrown. I'm glad they didn't cut down the trees. Lots of leaves to crunch through. So we're just coming off kind of like the A loop, I think. We're making a left on this unused road and heading for the B loop. There's no beach access here either, but we are now on the Hobbit Trail, just 0.2 of a mile. It looks like we're going over the bluff here. Lots of beautiful maple leaves on this trail. Have fun. Frodo, this is your trail. It's a Hobbit Trail. It's for little hobbits like you. So there was a trail guide thing. It's empty, so I'm not sure what it said. But we've got the number 2 here. So maybe this is a hobbit home. A little troll home. This bark. Oh, yeah. Somebody could live in there. Very cool. There's the water out there. I think we might get some good views. Oh, we're coming right up on number 3. Let's see if we can figure out what number 3 is without a guide. Is it this stump with a hole at the bottom? Or is it that cool tree that is an ent? Look, you can see it has 2 legs. One leg here and one leg there. It's got a hole between it, like it's gonna walk away. What's next on this little magical walk? Wow, this is a cool tree too. Oh, it's all twisty and covered with burls. Oh, look, there's a face with a big nose right there. This says 4, so I think it's that tree. Here's the other side of it. Wait, Dave, stay where you're at. You can show how big this thing is. See? Definitely another ent. Number 5. I think this is more fun without a guide.
And we'll leave some for you to discover.
Let's go check this bridge out. Not really any water down there. And here is our view, our water view. The Hobbit Trail ends with the most beautiful overlook. I believe this is Admiralty Bay. There's the Olympic Mountains over there. We may not be at the beach, but what a perfect way to wrap up our exploration of South Whidbey State Park. You can hear the waves. See if we can see them down there. A little bit. Just a perfect day. All right, very last thing. We just put the dogs in the car. We're gonna walk out here and check out the amphitheater. We won't show much because there's people here. It's a very cool venue. Maybe we'll check out this bluff and see if there's a view right there, and if not, we'll just head back to the car. So this is saying it's an easy 0.6 miles for the Forest Discovery North Trail. Looks like that Hobbit Trail might have had the best view, but I see a bench, and that usually means there's another view. Well, yep, the Hobbit Trail definitely had the best view from what I can see, but this is still not too bad. Sun going behind the clouds, behind the Olympics. Well, that was a really fun visit to a really nice park. I loved it. That trail we did was 2.9 miles round trip with 360?
I think so,
feet of elevation gain total. With that one, you can increase the length by going back along the ridge trail or make it shorter depending on what you want. And then there's plenty more little hikes in here too. Beautiful big trees. What did you think, Dave?
It was a beautiful day. It's just now getting cloudy and windy, but we caught it when it was nice.
Yeah, really, really nice. Very peaceful. Thanks for coming along.